Hey, we always live Elvis.
Memphis Mafia Kid
And Teresa.
oh my gosh, it is Teresa.
I'm back.
Hey, y'all. Hope y'all have had a good week and y'all are enjoying your weekend. I know we are. We just kind of been laid back. Weather's kind of got a little bit warmer, but guess what? We got the good old rain. So, but I guess we can always use that. Like I said, hope everybody's doing great. Uh, got some prayers I want to send out to Belle Salisbury. Our prayers are with you. And we have one birthday this time around to Gabby. Gabby, hope you have a wonderful birthday. And y'all, hey, before we get into questions, Teresa, I want to just I know y'all, if you hadn't seen it, I'm fixing to show it. This beautiful, beautiful cane. Karen T, I appreciate it in the note. What I want to say, most of all, is like I said, thank each and every one of y'all for all that you do. But you know, me and Teresa, we talk all the time, and you know, an Elvis fan, our Elvis family, as we call y'all, you know, they had the heart so much like Elvis. I mean, it's wild. I mean, there is no other group or following, and I've said it, and I'm going to say it again to each every one of y'all in case it ain't said enough, because it really touches our heart. But I have never ever met an Elvis fan from all over this world that just didn't have a huge heart, love, caring, and just automatically become friends. And you know, that's, I mean, God, that when you sit and think about it, that is something, you know.
Yeah.
Tracy?
Yeah, because I got a gift yesterday. It's a real pretty Christmas bracelet. It was addressed to me, but there wasn't a name for who it was from. There was, however, a note in there to Karen thanking her for coming into the store. So I'm going to assume the gift is from Karen. I want to say thank you.
Yes. And if not, whoever, thank you. And you know, to each and every one of y'all that's, you know, just this time of year, just knowing and feeling the love from our Elvis family makes our Christmas, and is going to make a damn good New Year. I hope for all of us. But hey, y'all, we got some viewers' questions, so let's get into some of them.
Let's do it. Scully290 wants to know, did Elvis watch sitcoms?
Isn't there a little more to it?
No. No, that is what it says. You have a different one about West.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry. Yes, he did. You know, and I'm sorry, y'all, I cut her off because, yes, there, you know, I remember another one in there too. So it's kind of going to answer both. But, you know, like I've always said, Elvis was human. I mean, you know, there was some that he liked to watch, and then there's some, just like all those, didn't care that much about. Maybe watch a little, or maybe just wouldn't watch at all. I'm still that way today. But, you know, like I said, there's a lot of things. Like I said in Palm Springs, when I walked through in the middle of the night to get something to eat on that store, he had the Flintstones on and was watching them. So, I mean, you know, Elvis,
you were watching Bugs
Elvis
Bunny
was human.
day.
Yeah, I still love cartoons. So.
And then you fuss at me for watching cartoons.
That's because you don't watch the real cartoons.
I watch some of those.
You watch them. Today's, y'all, help me out here. Today's cartoons
what is it? Creature
ain't
Commando.
cartoons. I'm sorry.
I've started watching. Yeah, that one's not really for kids. Okay, so NC Girl, did Elvis get upset when fans came over the fence onto Graceland property?
He did not. He did. He actually, if anything, he loved it. But a lot of times, you know, they didn't have to climb the fence. I mean, if they did, it was in the back, maybe to climb and just get in the yard and see something. But the majority of the times, those gates were open, and you know, some of the gate guards was down there. You know, Uncle Vester, Harold Lloyd, our cousin. You know, early on, my grandfather, and they always, you know, talked and got to know. And the fans, just like I said, a lot of my lifelong friends today. That's how I met. So, but
I bet the gate guards didn't like it.
But if they jumped, you know, it really didn't bother them either
Really?
because of the laid
They
back.
just
I
let it
mean,
go?
they understood, and each and every one of y'all that's been there and done that know that you know, they would help try to carry you up, you know, maybe for a closer view of Graceland and tell you. No, it was that's the way Elvis wanted it, and you know, for love to be around. Now, you know, like I said, if they did, I didn't know it. It wasn't very much of it. If it was anything like, you know, maybe damaging or something like that, but people didn't want. They didn't want to do that. They just wanted
They were respectful.
to be close. Maybe get a glimpse or just touch something that belonged to Elvis. You know, I mean, I can understand that.
Okay. Laurel Shepherd, did Priscilla ever cook?
Not that I know of. You know, to say she's never cooked in her life, I can't say that because I don't know. I wasn't with her whole life. But I'm assuming you're talking around Graceland at the times that I was around. No, you know, the housekeepers and cooks did pretty much 100, you know, 90-something% of the cooking. To say that she may have cooked something at Graceland, it's very possible. But if she did, she didn't do it a whole lot.
Okay. Karen T, did Elvis like the old Western sitcoms, Wagon Train, Cheyenne, Virginian, Rifle and Gunsmoke, etc.?
I know I do. Mom and Daddy
My
do.
dad
No,
did.
yeah, to answer the question of Elvis, sure, once again, like I said, he, you know, he was human like a lot of us, but he wasn't like us. You know what I mean? But sure, he had some that was his favorites, and he had some that he just didn't give a squat about, and he had some, you know, that might have been on. You know, a lot of probably Elvis's TV watching was probably by himself or with, you know, like Linda or Ginger or whoever female he had with him, you know, maybe later on. Usually, I mean, they might have had the TV on or something, or if they were watching something special, but most of the time, especially up in his room, if they, you know, if they had it on, it was on low, and because they were talking and discussing and doing things. But you know, he did watch TV, and he did love, you know, a lot of programs, and he hated a lot of programs. So. Like I still do today. But some of those old westerns, I mean, y'all come on, you can't, you know, you can't beat them. You really can't.
Lily, 92691, your all-time favorite time with Lisa Murray?
I know y'all think I'm trying to cop out here, but each and every time. You know, my only, and I think you already know, is we just didn't get to spend enough of it together to make more and more and more and more good times. But I mean,
Is there one you might think about more?
you know, I mean, like I said, baby, you know, we talked about it. There's just, I mean, there's so many, and to say, you know, and I tell the stories. So when I tell the stories of things that we did and we shared together, that's them. And I've got more, but for one, you know, special one just to stand out. Happy ones, all of them. The one that stood out that was most was probably the last one we talked about. I can give you that. And like I said, I'm not going to get into right now of talking about everything we talked about that day that Elvis passed away. But that was a spot. If you know what I mean, it was not a good time, but it was a special time for us, our kid group, teenage group, whatever you want to call it. That was a special time, our time to lean and support on one another. So,
okay, from Debbie Betts, I've always wondered if Elvis had regular meals in the dining room.
You said in there regular meals, and so I'm going to take that as pretty much everyday meals, and no, he did not. Elvis ate the majority of his meals in the bedroom.
I bet when his mama was alive, there was probably more sitting.
Oh,
At the table, sitting at the table eating like the families did.
Sure, Daddy can tell you, a lot of those stories because he was there. But I mean, I can remember times that they had dinners or special dinners and stuff that they did in the dining room. During Christmas, it wasn't so much eating in the dining room, but they had a lot of the
like a buffet.
A lot of the dishes and plates and desserts and all that laid out. Yeah. But like I said, the majority of the time, Elvis did breakfast and if he was at Graceland, 95% of the time that I remember, he would eat in his room. It's just the way it was.
Okay, this next one that you said about Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff Powell.
He's trying to get in trouble.
What's up, buddy? How y'all doing? I got to get with you, partner. I apologize for that. Just been a lot going on, but I got your thing on tuning, and you're absolutely right. I am putting I'm going to put a program out there because I like what you said, and I think you're right, and I think every man should be able to keep his woman tuned.
Well, I know Linda keeps you tuned, huh? That's what I thought. Yeah.
But once again,
y'all are big to talk.
Like I said though, don't try it until you have mastered the skill. And also, I can't think of who it was now, but I seen your little thing. It's mighty cold and dark out there in the doghouse, Danny. Well, you know what? You're not telling something Danny don't know. He stays in the doghouse.
No, somebody had asked if I get upset or mad at you.
No, that's you better.
Oh, is that coming?
Yeah, that question is on there.
That's next. Okay.
Okay.
Brooke Barnes, Teresa, do you get onto Danny for acting silly in the videos when y'all get done? No, because that is normal behavior all day long. Now, sometimes he takes it a little far, and I'll get aggravated, but I'll let him know I'm aggravated. I've said, okay, now. But yeah, that's normal. That's every day. Just how he is.
But you know what?
What?
You are too.
What?
You're that way.
I'm aggravating?
Yeah. You don't do it as much on the videos as you do every day, but that's another great thing I love about her. She's quick comeback. She's always got something to say, nag, and it's just our life, like she said. It's every day. Well, I've never tried to change her, never will. She has never tried me, and it wouldn't do her no good if she tried.
You do put the toilet seat down, though. So, see.
We're not going to get into the toilet seat.
You can be trained. You can be trained.
Y'all, if you didn't hear that, she said, you've been trained on the toilet seat. But see, I think, and y'all can help me out here. I mean, yes, a man should lower the toilet seat for his wife or for any women in the house, say, daughters, kids, whatever. But a wife, when she gets done, she should raise the lid for the man.
No, I close the complete thing.
What is the difference?
Because I don't want the dogs getting into it.
It's always an excuse. But anyway, guys, give me y'all's feedback. So.
Oh, my God. Okay. All right. Last question is from Marsham Keehan. Is it true that your daddy and Elvis have secrets that he'll never talk about?
Yes, that is very true. I guess you could call them secrets in a way. There's things, and my mom too, and probably some others out there, but with Daddy, they just, I know, y'all have heard, and I'm not tooting him up because he's my daddy. I mean, it is what it is. And I know, Teresa knows, she still knows, and you can see it in his eyes, and you can feel it in his heart, when different things come up or see. But, they talked and shared a lot of things that, unfortunately, that I feel that we'll never ever know, and I can understand that. Some things needed to stay with them, I guess you could say. But there's the other side of me too that I'd like to probably know. I know, Mom and Daddy both, has things that they've never talked about, and I'd like to know some of them. But, I can understand that side because that's the way we grew up and was brought up, of family and the loyalty and that bond that you just, you don't break. So I know for a fact that things that were known or even said between them that was just between them will always stay just between them. And the same with my mom. I mean, like I said, believe it or not, there's things her and Elvis talked about. Now, have they shared them with each other? You can bet your sweet honey they have. That's just the way my mom and daddy are. They have never and will never ever keep anything from each other. But, that's their right and their love. But as far as anybody else that was between them and Elvis, on those things, I think we'll always stay with them. And y'all believe me, I know there's a lot. Like I said, and I'm even, there was things that I would probably still like to know, maybe, or hear that I didn't get to, or and you know what I'm saying, stories and stuff. But although, like I said, I totally understand. Like I said, with there's things, I said it not just only that day that Elvis passed that I talked about in the last video, but there's things with me, Lisa, Rory, my brother, Laura, my cousin Jimmy. There's things with all of us that we will never tell, and there's things that we don't mind. But there's things like all kids. We had our secret, or our way to say, hey, this is just between us, and it always stays between us, and it always will. And y'all can understand that if you've ever, if you've got somebody close in your family, or everybody don't have the same family ways, but that's just the way we are. And people can, like I said, I can understand both sides, but I definitely have to go because that's the way I was brought up, with my mom and daddy's side of something. And me and Teresa's a lot the same way. We share things that we keep, and a lot of us do. So I hope that answers y'all's question. Y'all, look, we appreciate each and every one of y'all. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Excuse me.
And Christmas is getting closer.
Christmas is getting
Right
closer,
around
and
the
the new
corner.
year. Of course, we're going to have more videos coming out to you before then, and maybe a little Christmas something, a little message to send to everybody. But y'all, hey, keep sending those questions in. Like I said, we appreciate it. We appreciate each and every one of y'all. And remember, till the next video, we always live Elvis.